Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. Leading them out will be the four-time Pro Bowler, the 2010 Comeback Player of the Year. At quarterback, it's the dynamic Michael Vick.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Vick to throw it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun, it's Vick.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back to the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point.
Well, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point. And this is going to be a delay of game. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
So Miami coming out for their second drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 22 yards there, a first down. Here's Peyton up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a second down throw for Vick. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. Tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Here's Michael Vick.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing, Vick. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Vick in trouble, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Beckham, the return.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And it'll be Titan football.
So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. Now they'll be led out by a 4-time Super Bowl champion elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame back in the year 2000. This is Joe Montana.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
If you ask coaches at any level to design...
And that's caught inside the 30. And it's a Titans touchdown. Travis Kelce, 68 yards.
And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 2.
As they've got it as we resume action. They'll try the right side here with Peyton. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up in the 24.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Vick.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Vick with the incompletion there on 3rd down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that.
There he goes, left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Titans. Christian McCaffrey. 62 yards. And the Titans take a 3-touchdown lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Miami set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Let's go now. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Vic readies to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now a give. Here's Peyton running left. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Beckham. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. On first down, Montana. His throw incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Montana to throw. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 for Montana and company. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Operating out of the gun, here's Montana. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Joe Montana on 2nd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Joe Montana in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and it's 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 28-0. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studio.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Tennessee. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter. And boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes this 35-0 now. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the Dolphin first down.
Roll! Hey, check that.
Off the play fake, Vick. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
First down, Miami.
Now here's Vick. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. George Karlaftis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Vick. And he's got his big tight end here. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes
looking to get it to Ward, intercepted. Picked off by Ty Law. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2nd and 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action.
To throw is Montana. And he's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Got a man, and it's taken in for the Titans touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown there to make the grab. And the Titans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The throw on 2nd down for Vick, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken at the 46. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
An inside run with Lynch. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
They'll run again with Lynch. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. A first down throw coming for Vic. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That throw by Vic incomplete. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Vic. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Titans getting set to go.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. He'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Ray Lewis up from his linebacker spot to make the play.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
They'll try the middle with Lynch. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole.
Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Nashville. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Leading them out, the fifth-year Auburn alum, got his first career starts last season. Here's Jarrett Stidham.
For a brief time, he was thought to be a possible successor to Tom Brady while he was still in New England, but that didn't materialize. But opportunity may still knock for him to start in the NFL.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So here comes the Titans offense. They'll start with great field position. Now they'll be led out by a four-time Super Bowl champion elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame back in the year 2000. This is Joe Montana.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation, that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly. You might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Titans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from just... And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Titans. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking outside, and he's got a man. That's Holt. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. 2nd down and 6 now. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Stidham. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An explosive 38-yard pickup. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Play fake. Now here's Montana.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
Touchdown, Titans! Amon-Ra St. Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0.
21. Lions nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, he's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now it's Stidham. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now Stidham on first down.
And Stidham throws another interception, his 3rd.
Picked off by Ty Law.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I suppose we go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Joe Montana here going to the air on first down. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Greg Olsen from 19 yards away.
And the Titans are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Lions now taking over late in this first half.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, BG, thanks very much.
Well, time is of the essence. We breeze through halftime, and we are ready for the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Play action. It's Montana.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. George Kittle, 47 yards.
And the Titans have taken a 5-touchdown lead. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game, throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go play action now. Stidham. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A handoff, running left, Henry. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Now it's Stidham. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Lynch punched him free. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down. They go up the middle with Lynch. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 26. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Montana. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Detroit's offense ready to take over. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Draw play. This is Henry. Oh, what a juke into space.
And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. They set up the screen for Henry. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
At the Titans' 27-yard line.
This is 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, Stidham. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got it at the 15. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Stidham. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. But pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Are you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but well, we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Montana going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle,
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Nashville. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So a long field ahead for the Ravens to start things out. And they'll be led out by a four-time Super Bowl champion elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame back in the year 2000. This is Joe Montana.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
To throw right away, here's Montana. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Montana to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the option, here's Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now the first carry here for Frank Gore. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9 from the 44.
Shotgun. Here's Montana. Rice open right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the first catch for Jerry Rice, always fun to talk about. His career stats, Charles, they're so good. He leads in so many categories that we can't even get to them all.
Yeah, what do they say? He combines ridiculous statistical supremacy with crazy longevity. How about this? Most receptions, yards, touchdowns, just to name a few of the accolades along the way.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
First down, Ravens.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Henry. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw is Montana.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On first down, Montana. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10.
Now Montana. And this is going to be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone is a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They will look to throw. Montana. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Ravens send their punter out now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a four-time Super Bowl champion elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame back in the year 2000. This is Joe Montana.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
They go play action with Montana.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hey, what we got? Oh, I know how I feel. That's what
First and 10 for Montana and company. Airing this one out for Evans. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. Mike Evans, 58 yards. And the Titans post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field and popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Montana. Throw out wide is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On 3rd down, Henry trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just outside his own goal line. It's fielded at the 45. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating out of the gun, here's Montana. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Joe Montana here going to the air on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd down, Montana. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 3 yards out. And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this 1st half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Okay, Brandon, back.
A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the 1st half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They run again on first down. Lynch. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 42. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Up the middle, it's Lynch. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Tackle there by big Jordan Davis. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Going to try to throw for it with Montana. And he is caught. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as he's brought to the ground after a gain of 7, 5 more than he needed on 4th and 2. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. First down, the run with Lynch. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
Montana. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacked there by Ray Lewis.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Play action. It's Montana. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough
to actually see the result.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken right around the 44. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Titans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Touchdown, Titans! George Kittle, 51 yards.
And the Titans up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
George Karlaftis
in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense.
And they'll be led out by an exciting athlete. 4th overall pick of the draft out of Florida, Anthony Richardson.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
He'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Richardson to throw off play action.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Richardson.
Over the middle, complete. That's Clayton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
First down, Patriots.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Here's Richardson to throw.
This will be caught by Randy Moss. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Richardson looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Richardson.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Henry is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they'll be led out by a 4-time Super Bowl champion elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame back in the year 2000. There he goes, right side. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 44 yards. Play fake. Now here's Montana. And it's a Titans touchdown. Travis Kelce, 26 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 5. Richardson looking to throw this. He'll get this to Clayton. It's complete.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now they go with a slant that time. 15 yards and a first down.
Now it's Richardson. That'll be caught by Foreman.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Richardson yet again.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They go play action with Montana. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Montana.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Come on.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Second and 6 at the 20-yard line.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone.
All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try the middle with Lynch. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Big runner Williams there on the stop.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
7 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And some room to work. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Christian McCaffrey.
A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So net.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football.
And one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown, the opening drop.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Greg Olsen, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Titans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. New England's offense set to go.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 9. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. Back now in Nashville. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
3rd and long for Richardson.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Taken at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
1st and 10, it's Richardson.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. New England trying to get a place on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Richardson.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Back to the air with Richardson.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It's the Hall of Famer Ray Lewis powering in for the sack.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now Richardson throwing on 3rd and long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they create...
Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. Still fighting for more. Inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do